Hi, Naa, you are on mute. Welcome everybody to the Ashesi Venture Incubator. We're excited to have you here. We're getting started right now. So thank you all for joining in for this momentous occasion. And I'm going to pass the mic on over to our MC, our mistress of ceremony, Mrs. Naa Ashorkor. So Naa, please welcome and thank you for being here with us.
Hello, Joel. Thank you so much. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, and you're all very warmly welcome to this all-important virtual ceremony. This is the Ashesi Venture Incubator Fellows announcement, otherwise known as the Passing of the Torch ceremony. And we're calling it that because this is a ceremony welcoming our newest cohort of young African entrepreneurs to the Ashesi Venture Incubator. And we're also honoring those who have come before them. Just a bit of a background. 3 years ago, the Ashesi Venture Incubator was launched as a pilot project to support enterprising young Ashesi graduates with the one-year incubation program, which also served as their national service. So it was a win-win situation. The AVI, which is the Ashesi Venture Incubator, is a program of the New Entrepreneurs Exchange for Transformation Idea to Impact project. And it was co-created with the MIT Lab with support from USAID. And I always say that it's great to talk to young entrepreneurs because I believe that as a young entrepreneur or as a young graduate entrepreneur, you are at a greater advantage than folks who start their entrepreneurship journey later in life. Because as a young entrepreneur, you get to learn real important skills such as teamwork, networking, problem-solving skills, critical thinking, and self-discipline, things that are more difficult to learn later on in your life. Well, my name is Naa Ashorkor, I should say. I'm a broadcaster with Ashesi Radio, and I am your host for today. With the turn of the hour, we'll learn more about the AVI, we'll learn more about NEXTi2i, and most importantly, we'll get to meet and know our fellows. Without much ado, I'd like to invite now to give us a very warm welcome address, our AVI Incubator Manager, Joel Thompson. She's also the operations lead for NEXTi2i. Joel?
Thank you so much. It's amazing to be here. And I want to just simply say a good morning, a good afternoon, good evening from wherever you may be from at this point, because we realize it's a virtual world and this is new times. So thank you everyone for joining in. I see people are still coming on board to join us virtually. As Naa mentioned, my name is Joel Thompson and I am an assistant lecturer of entrepreneurship at Ashesi University, as well as the operations lead for the NEXTi2i Project and the Ashesi Venture Incubator Manager. It is exciting to reach this point. This serves as both an ending and a new beginning for our project. This was something that was collaborated on with MIT Lab under the unction of USAID, which put out a call to action to say, how can we accelerate local potential? And how do we involve academia at the intersection of industry? What would it take for those two worlds to come together and support a community fostering or budding with entrepreneurial talent? And that's what we saw fit to begin to design this incubator and pilot it over these past 3 years. And it's been an amazing experience making sure that we have young, hungry, excited, ready to learn young Africans who also not only want to make a profit, but want to make a difference, join this particular call. And so the reason why this is bittersweet is that now we're taking all of our learnings that we've done across the past 3 years and piloting this and putting it out there to the public to understand this is what we did well, and this is where we learned. This is exactly how we can improve and ensure that those that are to come as young entrepreneurs, especially coming from universities, much like those that have a mission like in Ashesi, how we can support them to succeed and create the Africa that we want to see. So we're excited today to not only honor and hear from our fellows that were with us in 2019, our fellows that are currently with us here in 2020, and also celebrate our current fellows that we've just onboarded, which will represent Ashesi's newest group of entrepreneurs with another partnership with the SEF program, which you'll hear about today. It's an exciting day. And I honestly can't wait for you to see what these young entrepreneurs have in store. So we're gathered here for a multitude of reasons: to honor those that have come before, who took the risk, who forgoed having to work for someone else and chose to work for themselves, and then also welcome and usher in a new period, a new age, taking in all of our learnings and moving forward to continue the vision, the goal, and the movement of the Ashesi mission. We're continuing to educate ethical entrepreneurial leaders, and I'm excited for all of you to join us here today. Thank you so much. Naa, over to you.
I beg your pardon, I was muted there. Thank you, Joel. Thank you for the very warm welcome address. And I'm so glad you spoke about ethical entrepreneurship, because sometimes one of the cool reasons or cool things about being a young entrepreneur is that you get to be your own boss. And when you are your own boss, it can be very tricky when you have to walk the ethical path because, well, you don't report to anybody. And so you can be swayed to do the wrong thing. So I'm glad ethics is an important aspect of this incubator program. Thank you, Joel. We'll now hear from our first speaker, Mr. Kevin Blankson. He's the co-founder of SWOV. He's also a graduate of Ashesi University and a graduate of the inaugural cohort of the AVI, the Ashesi Venture Incubator. Now we'll hear from Kevin. Kevin?
Hi, Naa.
Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you all for this opportunity to represent the first and the best cohort so far in the AVI program. It is an honor to represent my fellows. Just to give you a quick overview, I am the co-founder of SWOV, and SWOV is creating Africa's largest delivery network by equipping local delivery companies with the tech tools needed to bring their businesses online. We then aggregate them and extend into different traffic sources, so websites, e-commerce marketplaces, and the rest. Entrepreneurship for me has always been a tool, and I personally have always been a firm believer in entrepreneurship and its power to transform and empower people. And so joining the AVI back in 2019 for me was no debate. It wasn't something I had to struggle to make a decision around. I'd like to thank Gordon for pushing me to actually take the step for that. I believe that Africa as a continent would benefit greatly from entrepreneurs that are not only doing what they love doing, but doing what they love doing with the aim of helping other people. But more importantly, also if they're able to receive the backing and then the help from ecosystem players. During our stay in the AVI, we were given a stipend, and to the upcoming cohorts, that stipend will go a long way in ensuring that you're able to focus on what you're doing and able to focus on ensuring that making sure that your business is operational. I would advise all of you to try as much as possible to take the advice that you'll be given, but more importantly, also stick to your guts when it comes to the decisions you'll be making about your business. After and during your stay in the cohorts, you will be rocked. It's tough, even with the support of the ecosystem players. But the benefits you will be enjoying is the fact that you would have a lot more people around you. You would have your first customers around you. You would have your people that are going to call and cry on the phone, the people that are going to call and share good news with. And so I encourage you to look around you and try and form relationships with yourselves so that your businesses and you as an individual also find and have that strong team around you. I'm very deeply honored to be able to do this, and I would officially like to say that I am passing the torch on to this year's cohort. Thank you very much again for the opportunity. Back to you now.
Thank you so much, Kevin, for speaking to us, and congratulations on how far you have come with your company. We are also very proud of you, and thank you for the very sound advice that you have given us. If you're just joining us, you are very, very warmly welcome. We're happy to have you. This is the AVI Fellows announcement. We're calling it the Passing of the Torch ceremony. We'll now hear from our next speaker. Our next speaker is the NCF representative, Mrs. Araba Boche. She's the Director of Admissions and Financial Aid at Ashesi University. Hello, Araba.
Hi, thank you, Naa Ashorkor. Good afternoon, good morning, and good evening from wherever you are. And thank you for making the time to join us. I'm sure for all who have interacted with Ashesi University, you will know that we're not just an academic institution, but also a leadership training one. We combine academics with leadership training. And then again, all over the continent, I am sure we are all aware of the fact that unemployment is rife. Everywhere you go, there's so much talk about unemployment. And so the Mastercard Foundation, through the Scholars Program, decided to empower young, brilliant, talented youth across the continent. One, by giving them holistic education such that they can partake or make inroads into the economic transformation of the continent, as well as the economic transformation of Africa. And because of that, the Mastercard Foundation is very interested in the combination of academics and entrepreneurship. The belief is that if we can help train entrepreneurs on the continent, then rather than wait to get a job, they will start their own businesses and they will create employment for young people across the continent. And it is in this light that the Scholars Entrepreneurship Fund was started to give seed money to young entrepreneurs on the continent to make sure there's some injection of life into their businesses. And this year, we are proud to partner with the Ashesi Venture Incubator to make sure that some of the young scholars who've already been trained and started businesses can also get the seed money and work through the venture incubator such that they'll get the needed support and training across the continent. And so I have very few words to say. We're proud to be associated. The Mastercard Foundation Scholars Program at Ashesi is proud to be associated and partnering with the AVI, and we look forward to a year-long process and working together to make sure these young ones have all that it takes to succeed in their chosen entrepreneurial journey. Thank you so much and welcome once again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Araba Boche. I agree with everything that you said. And one thing that stood out for me really is the common attributes of Ashesi students. We talk about Ashesi University all the time when we talk about quality education, but one thing that stands out with all of the Ashesi students that I have met and worked with is their leadership skills. And that's something that's lacking in Ghanaian education, if I dare say. So I'm very happy to hear you talk about it. And kudos to you at Ashesi University for all that you're doing in growing young leaders in Ghana. We'll now watch a short video of the AVI Fellows 2019 and 2020. Let's take a look and then we'll continue our conversation. All right, we're going to be watching a very short video from our project director, Dr. Gordon Adumja. We're going to watch a short video from our project director, Dr. Godwin Adumja. Let's take a look.
Hello, I'm Dr. Gordon Adumja, the program lead for the NEXTi2i program. Thank you for joining us on the launch of our third cohort. We're very excited that we've had 2 successful cohorts and are now on our third cohort. Ashesi had always wanted to launch an incubator to support enterprising students in one way to fulfill the mission of educating ethical entrepreneurial leaders. So we're very excited to have the opportunity to pilot the incubator under the NEXTi2i program, in addition to helping researchers, students, faculty, staff learn about lean research and be more successful in conducting user-centered research, as well as supporting an ecosystem convening project that has led to the discovery, if you will, of a very important way of supporting young entrepreneurs, which is building an entrepreneurial value chain. So we're very excited about our achievements. Our cohorts go through very rigorous training, learning, basically being in the lean startup mode, learning about how to launch their ideas, to go to market with various modules, simulating different parts of their business models, getting support and personal development, pitching so many times so they can perfect their stories. And the fellows also get personal financial support so that they will not be distracted in their work of exploring their entrepreneurial ideas. So we're very excited that, as you saw in the title, that we're passing the torch from the second cohort to the third cohort. But we also note that in many ways, this launch is also lighting the cauldron, because this is the last year of the NEXTi2i program, and we're transitioning to the Ashesi Venture Incubator being supported by the Mastercard Foundation. So it's a very interesting moment as we transition, and we are very thankful to Ashesi executive and management, staff, faculty, the NEXTi2i team, our student work studies, our service providers, our industry partners, and last but most important of all, our fellows. Thank you so much for joining with us. And of course, our mentors. Thank you everybody for joining with us. And to the third cohort, I wish you all the best. We are here to support you, and we look forward to you becoming very successful so we can have another cohort. Thank you so much. All the best. And thank you for coming to our launch event.
Thank you so much, Dr. Gordon, I beg your pardon, Adumja. He's our project director, and thank you for leading the charge and for all that you said. We'll now hear from our project partners. The NEXTi2i was co-created with MIT D-Lab with support from USAID. And joining us now is the Director of Research, MIT D-Lab. Her name is Kendra Leith. Hello, Kendra.
Hi, how are you? Thanks so much for having me today. I'm just going to share my screen real quick. I've got a few slides I want to share with all of you. So let me just do that. So I'm going to talk a little bit about D-Lab, just to give you a background on what D-Lab is, and then really talk about how the work of D-Lab has fed into particularly the Ashesi Venture Incubator program, but also other components of NEXTi2i as well. So D-Lab was founded by Amy Smith back in 2002, and we work with people around the world to develop and advance collaborative approaches to practical solutions to global poverty challenges. And we do this through a number of different kind of pillars, as we call them: our education pillar, our innovation practice pillar, and our research pillar. And I'm going to talk about those in a little bit more detail shortly, but I first want to highlight kind of how we do our work is really important to us at DLab. So like all of you at Ashesi, we use a lot of human-centered design or user-centered design approaches. So we have three different types of kind of participatory design approaches. One that is focused on kind of design for people living in poverty or user-centered design, co-design, working with people living in poverty, and user-generated design, which is really focused on building capacity of communities to solve their own challenges. As I mentioned, a lot of our work happens through our academics program. So we work with students, train them in providing them hands-on experiential learning opportunities so that they can then go on to solve real-world challenges. We offer upwards of 15 courses in a year and educate about 200 students in a given academic year. Our innovation practice area really focuses on kind of building better products and services, more equitable value chains, more dynamic local ecosystems, and more resilient communities. And through this particular area of DLab, we really focus a lot on building the capacity of entrepreneurs, building capacity of community members in participatory design approaches, and building out those local innovation ecosystems, which I'll talk about more and very much relates to the work that we do here with Ashesi. So we emphasize a lot of kind of inclusive innovation processes. So we educate and train people in user-generated design through our creative capacity building training programs. We bring people together to co-design. A variety of different stakeholders come together and develop solutions together to challenges that the communities are facing. But we recognize that, you know, education is often not enough, right? And this is true with the venture incubator as well. You know, there needs to be often, you know, mentorship, access to materials, equipment, space, etc. And so we also often set up innovation centers so that people who have been educated in these approaches can then continue to work on their projects and build that out further. And then we also really want to make sure that we're supporting that innovation ecosystem. So identifying assets, connecting people within those networks so that we can support those innovators that are coming out of those trainings that are happening. We apply and test these approaches through a variety of different programs. So one on humanitarian innovation, which really focuses on working with refugee populations. One on inclusive markets, which looks at working with basically informal sector workers. And we were working on a project actually with Ashesi in Ghana on working with waste pickers. And then the core of what we do, which is relevant for this project, is the Scale Ups Fellowship. So the Scale Ups Fellowship was started back in 2012, and it was really created as a way to support young entrepreneurs, particularly entrepreneurs coming out of MIT at the time, with mentorship, financial support, you know, access to the workshop, materials, space, etc. And since that time, we have supported 39 fellows across 4 different continents in areas such as energy, health, housing, livelihoods, etc. In this period, the fellows have raised a lot of money. They've been able to raise additional follow-on funds of about over $21 million. They've also been able to support a number of both full-time and part-time, hundreds of full-time employees and even more indirect jobs as well. So they really have been able to, with this initial support, be able to expand the work that they've been able to do and move forward. And so the fellowship is a really core component of our work at DLab that has fed directly into the AVI Fellowship Program, and I'll talk about that in a minute. We also train people in these approaches through global workshops, through professional education. We really want to try to train practitioners and others in these approaches so that they can basically apply this to their work and create better solutions. And then the program that I head up is our research program, which really focuses on kind of creating, sharing, and using collaborative research practices, actionable findings, and practical solutions to address global poverty challenges. And we do this through a variety of different types of studies, needs and asset mapping, identifying market opportunities, technology evaluation and development, understanding those barriers and enablers of technology adoption, and really trying to understand innovation ecosystems and innovation processes, capacity to innovate, etc. And we do this through 3 different areas. Our biomass, 4 different areas rather, excuse me, biomass fuels and cook stoves, evaporative cooling, research on local innovation, and water filters as well. And like the way in which we conduct design, how we conduct our research is really important to us. So we want to make sure that we are emphasizing not only research that is rigorous, but also relevant, respectful, and right-sized. So making sure that that is lean. And we're going to be teaching you about that process and how to do that and apply that to your work. So Jewel asked me to talk primarily about, just how have we applied, what of this is relevant to this particular program? And I would say, actually, a lot of the components of our work at DLab are relevant for this particular program. So through NEXTi2i, we've helped to set up that Ashesi Venture Incubator. So helping to think through with Jewel, Natasha, et cetera, how that program might be set up, what sorts of training might be relevant, what sorts of financial support, mentorship might be helpful, etc. So we've really been supporting in that with Ashesi taking the lead in this project, but we have been trying to support and help in that area. We've also been training fellows and other practitioners in lean research so that you can apply that to your market research opportunities and think about how you can make your research more rigorous, relevant, respectful, and right-sized. And then we've also been supporting and thinking about the ecosystem. So once you come out of, or once you're part of the incubator, and then once you come out of that incubator, it's really important to think about what support do you need? How can you be connected to the people that you need to be connected to, get the resources that are required, et cetera. So we've really been thinking about how can we build that ecosystem to help support entrepreneurs in this space to be able to be successful in this environment. So we've had it's been a really great opportunity for us. We've loved working with the Ashesi team and have really been able to implement a lot of our approaches and projects and apply them to this particular program. So thank you so much for joining us today and welcome. We're so excited to have you on board.
Wow, thank you so much, Kendra Lee. Kendra is the Director of Research at MIT DLab. During your presentation, I was like, I couldn't take my eyes off the screen for a moment because all of the things that you said were things or are things that we need to avert our minds to constantly. And we need more initiatives like this in our education system, especially our tertiary education system in Ghana. Thank you so much, Kendra, for sharing. And thank you to the entire MIT DLab for co-creating this and supporting this with Ashesi University. I'd now like to introduce our next speaker on Passing the Torch. We're going to hear from Ms. Tenny Agana. She's the founder of Luzile Initiative, and she's a graduate, of course, of Ashesi University. She's a Mastercard Fellow, and she's also a member of the 2020 AVI cohort. Tenny?
Hi.
Hi, Tenny.
Yes. Hello. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for this opportunity. My name is Tenny Agana. I'm the co-founder and managing director of Luzile Initiative. Luzile is an organization that supports Kayayes to go back home and create a source of income for themselves. And what we do is we empower them, we give them training, and we also support, create an already market for them to sell their products. So far, we have smoked fabric, we have shea butter, we have kimonos, we have woven bags and other things that these girls produce. Luzile, before I got a scholarship to go to Ashesi, I worked as a head porter, which is Kayaye, to pay for my high school education. And so when I got an opportunity to do my thesis in my 4th year, I decided to work on Kayaye. So how do we support young girls to stay in the North, go to school, or learn a skill? So in 5-10 years, they won't still be Kayaye. So together with 4 other Ashesi students, my co-founders, we started Luzile Initiative. And we've been able to support 50 girls currently, and we are hoping to support more of them. For me, I think when it comes to entrepreneurship, through entrepreneurship, the African continent will be able to create opportunities and also solve problems around us. And being in the AVI has helped me to not only to make my business hybrid, which is looking at not just the impact side, sending the girls home, but how do we make our business sustainable, looking at the profit side of it as well. And so through AVI, I've been able to do that for my business. And also, I've also been able to look at some documentations And also they bring on board different people from different backgrounds who have experience in that field. So I've been able to get experience, and then also network, bringing people who are interested in what we do. And being an entrepreneur is a roller coaster, trust me. And I think as entrepreneurs, what we should really define is the why. Why are we doing this? Because every day, working with 50 girls, every day, there are a lot of challenges that come along the way. And so when you know your why, then every day you know that, okay, the reason why I started this is to empower these girls, to make sure that these girls go to school and then have a better life. And so I'm going to continue doing this. So with the advice, I reached out to my 2020 fellows, to give advice for the class of 2021. So this is what they said. For me, I'm saying that class of 2021, what you should do is first, take advantage of the network that AVI has for you. You have your own network, and so take advantage of it. Involve them in everything that you do. For example, in 2020, Lozele tried, we are building our center our first center in the Upper East region, and we needed funds to start. So what we did was we created a poster and shared it with AVI. And they also posted it on their social media platform. And we had almost 10 people reaching out to donate to support us. So in every process, try to involve them, talk to them. Jemima is there to share your stories and then the impact that you are making as well. Janet from Divergence said, AVI, she wished that she had shown the AVI team all the work that he has done. And her advice to you is that you should stay focused, and then AVI will help you build a great business. Grace said, you should go through the process with an open mind. And through the lean research, you will do a lot of research to refine your business. And through the lean research, there are a lot of changes that you will make. And those changes are just for you to improve your business and improve the people that you serve. Teresa from Zimbabwe said, pay attention to every detail from the people to the customers. Just pay attention to every process that you go through. Hannah said she's going to, this opportunity is going to be a defined period for your business. So make it count, like they are there to support you to grow. They are paying you to work on your business. So Hannah is saying that make that count. I mean, before AVI, all the 2020 fellows, we had to work on our business alone by ourselves. But then when we joined the AVI, we can easily pick our phone and call someone or reach out to someone just to get an advice on something. So they are there to support you, so make it count. And finally, our president, Nanado from Adusian Online said, AVI, through the simulation and the research that he did, he has been able to identify certain revenue streams that has helped improve his business. And his advice is that you should be ready to learn and accept challenges. So class of 2021 AVI fellow, welcome to the family. It's a family, and the class of 2021, we are here to support and guide you. And we'll also be cheering you on. Thank you.
Wow, Tenny, you held me spellbound the whole time. Tenny, a lot of us in Ghana, and I'm sure across the globe, read your story when you graduated, and a lot of young women were inspired by your story, moving from your life circumstances, becoming a head porter, all the way to Ashesi University and a part of the AVI. All of it just tells us one thing, that it is possible for everyone, especially when you have an open mind, you're focused, and you're willing and ready to learn. Thank you so much for all you've said. I have to ask you though, what does Luzele mean? You have to unmute your microphone.
Sorry, Lozele means hope in Fafra. So when we go to the market and we are talking to the headquarters, I mean, we know the situations in the north. So when we go to them, we tell them that, oh, Lozele, everything will be well. There is hope. Let's go back and do this. So basically, that's the meaning.
Which language is it?
Fafra.
Fafra. Okay. Well, so I guess I've learned a bit of Fafra today. We all have. Thank you so much, Tenny. And we're going to continue to look forward to seeing more of you, Lozele, and the good work that you're doing. Now is the fun part of today's event, or ceremony. We are going to hear from our 2019 cohort. We're going to speak to 3 of them about how it's going, all that we need to know about what would make young graduates want to veer into entrepreneurship, because we know that entrepreneurship is not easy. I'd like to welcome from our 2019 cohort, Comfort, Nature, and Alista. Hello, Comfort.
Hi, Naa.
Hi, great to have you here. Hi, Nature.
Hi, Naa.
Hi, and hello, Alista.
Hi, Naa, how are you?
I'm great, Alista. Great. Well, let's dive right into it. You are young ladies and gentlemen. There's so much you could have done as young graduates. Entrepreneurship is difficult, even though it's often glamorized. What made you want to be entrepreneurs? I'll start with you, Comfort.
Okay, thank you very much. Hello, everybody. So my name is Comfort Apia, and my business is Eco Fashion. We are contributing to eradicating plastic waste pollution in Ghana by upcycling plastics into useful products. So the reason why I decided to do entrepreneurship is because since I went to Ashesi learning about foundation of design and entrepreneurship, design thinking, and all of that, at the end of the day, I realized that I am a problem solver. And so right from there, I decided I was going to do my own business. And so that's the reason why I decided to pursue entrepreneurship after school, even though I faced a lot of challenges but I decided to challenge myself to pursue entrepreneurship. Yeah.
Wow, thank you. That's a great realization to have as a young person, that you're a problem solver. Let us now talk to Nature. Nature?
Yeah, hello.
Hi, Nature. Tell us about your business and then why you thought entrepreneurship was the way to go.
My name is Nature Akoto, the founder of VFans. So we produce high quality and affordable lean pork. That's pork with less fat for underserved communities in southern parts of Ghana. And I decided to venture into entrepreneurship because of the passion I have to make positive impact on the less privileged people in society. That's the main reason why I entered into entrepreneurship, because our target customers are mostly people who do not have the financial capacity to pay for this premium mix that we've been producing, but they also need this meat. So I am in business to make an impact on the less privileged people in society. Thank you.
Wow, Nature. Thank you so much. I read this just a couple of days ago, that true entrepreneurship is service. That if you're seeking to be successful as an entrepreneur, then whatever service or product you're churning out should be something that serves the people more than yourself. So
yes,
Nature, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Now let's hear from Alista. Alista, tell us what your business does and why entrepreneurship.
Okay, sure. So I'm Alista Panashe. I'm a Zimbabwean. My company is called Sisitera Technologies. What we do at Sisitera is to recycle plastics into construction materials. So we basically convert waste to wealth. So that's basically my business. So the reason why I entered into entrepreneurship is, I think mainly solving a problem. I think that's the main thing, because I realized the problem in my community, a lot of plastic waste and then poor roads. So actually, I saw that I could use the plastic waste to fix roads and to produce construction materials. So that was one thing. And then the other thing I would say is that I view life as, usually people would think that I'm supposed to go in this certain direction. And even entrepreneurs, sometimes we stick to a business idea and sometimes it's not working, but then you want to stick to it. So I think one of the things why I entered into entrepreneurship is because I realized a waypoint that actually this is something that I can do, and then I can actually make money out of it. So from college, it was actually a waypoint for me. So I think those are the two things: solving a problem and realizing that it's a waypoint to move forward.
Amazing, Alistair. Thank you so much. I need to ask you guys though, entrepreneurship can be a very slippery slope. Sometimes or almost all the time uncertain in the beginning. When you set off to be entrepreneurs, how did your friends and family react, especially your parents?
I think I'll answer first. So I think from my mom, actually, she didn't understand what entrepreneurship is, because I remember she used to ask me, so when are you getting a job?
Yeah.
I think she asked me like for more than 3 times. Yeah. So I had to I was in Ghana and I had to send like many voice notes for it to sink in your head that I'm doing entrepreneurship. So, most people don't accept it at first, but then with time they'll get used to it. Especially with funds not coming in, they know that you're not you're working on your business, but then it's not enough maybe to support them. That's where the challenge is. Yeah.
Of course, I see how your parents will keep asking, when are you getting a job? Where are you going to be working? Working for yourself with what? I can imagine. Let's hear from Nature now.
Okay, so for me, I've had so many experiences from my mom, dad, and friends. So most of the time, like let's say 3 years ago, my mom usually asks me, why am I not working? Why I decided to quit what I was doing at the bank. Like I was working with a bank and I have to quit to focus on what I was doing. So it got to a point like she's always asking me why I decided to do the farming thing. But so one day I have to sit her down and tell her all my intentions, the reason why I'm into farming. And after that, she stopped asking me those questions again. And with my father, he used to try to connect me with, let me say, big people in town so that they will get job for me because most of the time it's like I'm in the house, I'm not doing anything. So that's what he was trying to do, but he got to a point like, yeah, he's okay with what I'm doing. And then for my friends, a lot of them, like they usually ask me, why am I doing this dirty job? Because there's this notion that pigs are, I'm into pig farming. So there's this notion that pigs are dirty, even though they're not dirty. They're the cleanest animals in the world. We human beings who actually make them, dirty. So like they always ask me, why am I doing this kind of dirty job? Because what I wanted to, the positive impact I want to make in society, that's why. So I always tell them my intention, that's to create food security in the country in the future. Otherwise, because like the agri sector is very unappealing to a lot of youth and graduates. So, and if care is not taken, a time will come, we have to import almost all the food we eat in this country. So like some of the you have to take this initiative. And that's what I'm doing as like an entrepreneur. And I've had so many challenges, but I think as it is now, things are okay. Yeah.
Wow, Nature. I couldn't help but agree more. And I can see how your friends and family will be confused about you wanting to venture into farming as a graduate of, Ashesi University.
Ashesi, yes.
Yes, it'll be very confusing for many, but I'm glad you are educating the people in your life about the importance of farming as a university graduate. All right, now let's finally hear from Alistair.
I think it's Comfort. I've spoken.
Pardon, Comfort.
Yes, thank you. So me too, my mom was really against the idea that I finish university and I'm running my own business. To her, I needed to find a job in a reputable company earning a fat salary. So when I decided I was going to do entrepreneurship, work on my own business after school. She was against the idea. But with support from AVI really, really helped me. So with support from AVI, I was able to actually pursue this. I actually had to leave home when I finished school because no amount of explanations will make her want me to do what I wanted to do. So I had to rent a place and leave home. And then with support of AVI, I decided to continue. Yeah.
Wow, Comfort, that's very brave. That's really, really brave. Have your parents come around yet? Do they see the point now?
Yes, I think my mom is coming around. She's beginning to understand now that I have a lot more opportunities. So after AVI, I've gotten other opportunities. AVI actually helped me to build a track record and also have the evidence to apply for other opportunities. And so now things are becoming clearer to her.
Well, hallelujah. I'm glad, and I hope things pan out very well for you. I'm actually certain things will pan out very well, and your mother would understand fully and give you all of her support. Now, let's talk about your business and how you're doing. Of course, the world was hit with COVID last year, and it's affected entrepreneurs more than anyone else. Working for yourself and having to pay salaries and so on during a pandemic can be very tough, I imagine. Now, how was this for you? Did it affect you in any way? Did it affect your business? Are you recovering? Are you doing all right? Let me start with you, Comfort.
Okay, so during the COVID, it wasn't easy for us because especially during the lockdown, only businesses that were producing essential products were allowed to operate. And so we needed to shut down. And especially because we are doing plastic waste and COVID, the risk of contracting COVID with plastic bottles and stuff was high. So we needed to shut down. But then again, we got an idea to actually, because we are doing fashion products, we had sewing machines and stuff. So we decided to channel our resources into making safe nose covers. So we took FDA certification and we partnered with AVI and tennis company, and we started producing safe nose covers for underprivileged people. And so 2020, I would say, was one of the good years for eco fashion. And we are back to our plastic recycling, and we are doing really well.
I'm glad. I'm really glad to hear that. That was a good ending statement. I'm glad you're doing very well. How about you, Nature? How is your business doing? And were you hit by COVID also?
Yes, COVID-19 has affected almost everyone. So let me start from our customers. Since like they are the underserved communities and they don't have financial muscle to pay, so like when the coronavirus came in, it has affected them negatively and their ability to pay, which has affected our business too. And then another thing is the hikes in prices of our inputs. Since the outbreak of coronavirus, there's been increase in the prices of our inputs, especially corn and then soya beans. And as for corn, it's still increasing. Let me say, like a month ago, a bag of corn was like 300 cedis, but as it is now, it is around 600 cedis. But like as a business who wants to make more impact, we have to still be in production. And one of the things that we did is to embark on backward integration, where we will be producing part of our own feed. That's the feed ingredient. And we recently started production of maize. And let me say, everything is going on well now.
Wow. Again, I'm happy about your concluding statement. Everything is going on now. Everything is going on well now. So we're safe. And we only hope that it's uphill from here. let's hear from Alista now on how COVID impacted or affected your business.
Okay, so I entered AVI as just an idea. So I started my business started as an idea in college. And I was working on it as a capstone project in Ashesi. So recycling plastic waste into construction materials. So AVI helped me to perfect the idea and actually test it out. So actually when I was in Ghana, then I actually produced some Rambo strips that I tested out. So I decided to come back to Zimbabwe. And then unfortunately, there was lockdown. And right now we're in is it third or fourth lockdown? I think I'm losing count. So far Zimbabwe's had like 4 lockdowns. So it's been hard like to actually start a business. But then I think one thing that one needs as an entrepreneur is resilience, and also finding other things to do. Let's say you can't do production, so what can you do now? Maybe you can't get a contract, or you can't get a license to produce. What can you do at the moment? So actually what I've been doing over the past month is I've been working on a paper, actually an academic paper, looking at the economic potential of my products in the Zimbabwean market. And I've been getting help through the Mastercard, because I'm part of the Mastercard Foundation Scholars with the Scholars Entrepreneurship Fund. So that's what I've been working on. And then I've been also like perfecting the idea more. So actually last week, I did another production of pavement blocks. So I collected plastics from shops in my community and actually produced some pavement blocks and tested them out. So that's what I've been doing. So I wouldn't say that, of course, COVID has affected me, because I thought that, when I would come to Zim, I would start production there and there, but then the lockdowns haven't been favorable. But I'm glad that, I've managed to do something with this time. Yes, that's what I would say.
Well, I'm glad that you have been able to do something with this time. And thank you so much for sharing those tips. It's important to learn how to maneuver in difficult times when you're an entrepreneur, because you can't just sit down and wait until things are better before you move. Now, finally, before we end this panel discussion, let me ask you, ladies and gentlemen, what are some of the key things that you have realized that you have to unlearn or learn to become successful in this space of entrepreneurship? Let's start with you, Nature. Hi, Nature. Okay, let me come to Comfort first, and then we'll come to Nature. Comfort, what are some of the things you've had to unlearn or learn in order to be successful as a young entrepreneur? Comfort, you might have to unmute your microphone.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, there you are.
Okay, so I think one thing that I have unlearned is that I used to be very afraid, even though I see myself as a problem solver, and I see that we have a lot of problems in Ghana, Africa, which presents a lot of opportunities that we can take advantage of. I used to be very afraid, but I think recently I've just learned that nature and God and the universe is seeking expression through me. So I have to put away my fear and then just be hopeful and pursue what I want to pursue and leave everything else to nature to take care of it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can only control what you can control, right? And the rest of it somehow will resolve itself somehow. That's good advice. Nowadays in Ghana, we say, I can't come and kill myself. And I agree. You do what you can while you can. All right, so now let's hear from Alista, and then we'll come to Kendra. Alista, what are some of the things you had to learn or unlearn in order to be successful as an entrepreneur?
I think I would support comfort and the fear aspect, like fear that your products won't do well, fear that people will not accept you. I think that's one thing that I've learned, that you should just go out there. If you have a product, talk to people about it. And then I think the other thing for me is learning not to be perfect. Because, like for me, I wanted to have a perfect product. It's like, everything has to be okay. Like it has to have the perfect strength, like the compositions have to be well. So I think that's one thing that I have learned. Even like the last production that I did, it wasn't perfect. I was actually unlearning some things that, no, I don't have to do this. When I'm doing production, I have to add this amount of plastic and all of that. So that's one thing that I've learned. And then the other thing is learning how to speak to other people to help you in your business. I think often as entrepreneurs, you feel like maybe you can do it by yourself, you're just struggling, but then the people around you can help you. So actually when I came to Zim, my mother actually has been the one helping me with a lot of my plastic collection. And my brother is the one who helped me with production. I've been talking to a lot of church members, a lot of people about my project, and they've been helping me out. So I think it's one thing that I've learned, to talk to more people about my project, sharing the idea, and actually getting ideas that instead of doing this, you can do that, and it can help you. So I think that's it for me.
All right, Alista, thank you. We'll finally hear from Nature, if Nature is back with us.
Okay, so yes, I'm back. And let me say, as an entrepreneur, you need to learn a lot of things. And for me, let me say one of the things that I've learned, for the past few years, is public speaking. I used to fear the microphone a lot, but as an entrepreneur, you have to go out there to speak to people in order to get your product known to your customers. Otherwise, you'll not be selling your product. So, like for the past 4 or 5 years, I've been able to learn public speaking, and it's helping me now. I can just approach anyone I talk to, him or her, have a fruitful conversation with him or her as compared to the past. And one thing that I've unlearned is let me say, trying to work with others, because there was a time that I was fighting with my workers, most of the time, little misunderstanding. I always shout yen over them, but as time goes on, like I've realized that as an entrepreneur, you have to lower yourself to the standard of your workers so that you learn from them and also make increased productivity. So that's another thing that I unlearn, and which is helping me very well. Otherwise, I don't think I will be where I am now without my workers.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nature, thank you so much for sharing. This has been great with you guys. Nature, Alista, and Comfort are with our 2019 cohort. Thank you for sharing the learnings from your business and giving us advice here and there on how to be a good entrepreneur, a good young entrepreneur. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, so much. I'd now like to welcome
Thank you.
Our 2020 cohort. I'm going to be speaking to Emma, to Grace, to Robert, and to Pearl. Hello, Emma, Grace, Robert, and Pearl.
Hi, Naa.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Hello, guys. Okay, so let's talk about how you're doing generally and how far you've come. You are with our 2020 cohort. Why did you choose to join the AVI experience to start with, Emma?
Well, on my end, before I joined AVI, I had started a few businesses, but I didn't go.
Sorry, Emma. Could you first tell us what you do and then answer the question?
Yeah, thank you. So my name is Emma Forson and my business is Elnak. So we are a fabric waste management initiative with the aim of promoting sustainability in the textile industry in Ghana and beyond. So currently we upcycle and recycle fabric waste.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. I think we should meet everybody first, and then we'll get into the discussion. So thank you, Emma. Now let's hear from you, Grace. Tell us what you do.
Hi, so this is Grace. I'm the co-founder of Natural Space. Natural Space is a mobile hair service that aims to reduce the struggles that come with having your hair in its natural state. So we provide diagnostics that give you a customized hair regimen, as well as organic hair products that will like suit your hair type and promote healthy hair journey. Thank you.
Oh, that's amazing. I'll be a good customer of yours.
Okay, I'll be waiting. I'll come and hit you up.
Let's now hear from Robert. Robert, you have to unmute your microphone. Hi, Robert. Okay, I think we can begin the discussion, and then when Robert comes back on, we'll meet him and what he does. So let's start with you, Emma. You were telling us why you decided to join the AVI experience.
Yes. So like I said before, I have started a few businesses, but they didn't go far. And my parents as well have started a few businesses, but they also didn't go far. So I thought the AVI was a great opportunity to learn and understand the mistakes I was making or the mistakes my parents were making, use design thinking, and basically propel myself into the entrepreneurship space. And it's been really worth it since then.
Wow. I would have thought, well, a lot of people might want to flee entrepreneurship after starting a few businesses that did not work. So I admire your courage and well done. Okay, let's hear from Pearl. Pearl?
Hello, my name is Pearl and I'm the founder of Jewel.
Yes. Pearl, how has your AVI experience been so far?
Okay, so a little bit about my business. Jewel is a handmade fashion accessories brand, and we make unique pieces for the bold and classy woman. So as part of our business model, we empower women in rural areas to take craft training skills and then be employed into our system. So I decided to join the AVI experience because of the past cohort. I initially wanted to start my business, but I wasn't so sure. So the first cohort were the lab rats for me. And then I saw how they were doing well. So I decided to also to join the AVI. And also because I always wanted to start a business and then work on my own. So this was a learning ground for me to learn and then to apply it in the other business I would work on.
And so far, so good, I guess.
Yes.
Awesome. Now, Grace, why don't you take us down memory lane to the moment you had your very first idea for your business?
So Natural Space actually started as an entrepreneurship project. So our capstone project, our last project that you do to leave school, my partner actually called me and then she was like, she doesn't know what to do for entrepreneurship. I mean, she doesn't know what to do for capstone, so what should we do? And then she came up with this idea of doing a natural hair business because I was suffering with my natural hair. And she had also just cut hair, natural hair. So she kept saying she feels like all the products are not working, blah, 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 but we can actually do something and do something that works for us. So it was actually just a friend's plea to help us get what we wanted because we're having issues with our hair. And then we just said, okay, let's go with this. And it seemed like a very good idea in our class. So we got people wanting to join and all of that. And here we are.
Well, it actually does sound really fun.
Yeah.
And it sounds like fun with your business.
Yeah.
What is entrepreneurship if you can't enjoy what you're doing, right?
Exactly.
All right, now let's go back to you, Emma. Tell us, at any point during your business, do you feel surprised or shocked at your progress and your journey?
Oh my God, yes. When I started, I was very concerned that there wouldn't be a need because of my niche, which is fabric recycling or fabric upcycling. But when I got my first customer, she introduced me to her mom. They took me in and showed me they had rooms full of clothes. And her mom actually said, "You guys were sent by God." And to me, that was a huge thing because it made me feel like, yes, finally, people do need what we are providing. So it's been a little progress over time, and I'm excited to see more of that.
Well, you got a message directly from God, so that's
yeah.
All right, Pearl. Tell us one of the milestones you've met in your business since you started till now.
One of the important milestones for me was to be able to speak up and then show up for my business because it's a fashion brand. People needed to see how it will look on them and how they'll feel like in them. So it really pushed me out of my comfort zone and to be able to put that out. And so far, so good. I'm doing very well. I'm proud of myself. And that is one thing I've been able to do so far.
Well, we're proud of you too. And well done. Now, all of you are going to be exiting the AVI in just 2 months. And that's big. After 2 months, you're out. Now, I should apologize, first of all. We're unable to reach Robert because the network is bad. It might be raining where you are. It's pouring here in my house. So the network is bad. And he, unfortunately, has had to leave us because of the network. So I'll just be wrapping up with the ladies now. I want each of you to tell me how you feel about exiting the AVI in the next couple of months. Let's start with you, Emma.
Forgive me, there's a lot of raining in the background.
Yeah.
For me, I am a little bit sad because it was kind of a really good, well, I don't want to say a bed of roses, honestly, because entrepreneurship is very hard, but with the facilitators in the AVI, they've made things super easy. But so I'm a little bit scared to see how things are going to go from here. And I'm excited though, but I'm now more concerned as to what I'm going to do on my own. But I know the AVI fellows and the members are going to be there for us even after we exit the AVI.
Yeah, I'm very certain of that. Let's hear from Pearl now.
Okay, so for me, it's scary, but I am confident that I can make it because I have seen how far my business has come. Initially started off with a totally different, not totally different, but then I have refined the business from the point where I started to now. So I'm very confident that I'm going to succeed, but it is scary to be on your own for that moment.
Yeah, it's scary, but when it's scary, it means it's going to be good. And I should apologize also for the rain. If you can hear it, it's pouring here. So I apologize for the sound of the rain. But yes, if it's scary, it means it's going to be great. And so we're excited for you. Let's finally hear from, oh, I'm sorry, my lights just went out. Okay. Can we hear me?
Yes, you can.
Yes. My lights just went out. Okay. Let us finally hear from Grace, and then I'll try to reconnect using my phone so it's not so dark.
Okay. And so for me, like Emma said, I'm actually very sad because AVI has been like the best experience ever. I didn't know anything about AVI. It was my lecturer that actually gave the idea that we should do it. So I'm actually very sad I'm leaving AVI because it's been like the best experience. And as we are going, I know we can come back and ask them questions. And I'm going to use what we got this whole process, like all the experiences, all the expertise that we've got to like actually go ahead and make sure the business is going where it's supposed to go to. So yeah, but I wish there was a different way we could have AVI forever because it's been a best experience ever. So yeah.
Well, you do have AVI forever.
Yeah, but like it's not going to be like being in having the calls and the sessions. It's been an amazing experience, like the best ever.
Well, hopefully all the training you have had has prepared you adequately to be okay, even outside the AVI, although still
definitely.
All right, thank you so much, ladies. I'm sorry Robert could not join us, but thank you, ladies of the cohort 2020 cohort, who will be exiting in just 2 months. Thank you for all you've shared. Some of the things that I think will stick with me from the first panel and this one is that, you shouldn't be so afraid because there's no point. You just do what you can do the best way you can, get all the help you can, and leave the rest to God and nature. And you need to learn not to be so perfect because nobody is perfect, really. Just do what you can the best way you can. And learning to speak to people properly is a very important tool to be successful as an entrepreneur. Thank you all so much, our 2019 and our 2020 cohort. Now I'm very, very excited to welcome the next cohort of amazing entrepreneurs for our 2022 AVI. Let's see a quick video about this.
Cohort 3 of AVI, welcome. My name is Robert Boatindia of Rest Solutions. I've had a wonderful experience in AVI and I'm hoping that you guys will have an amazing experience.
Hello, my name is Pearl Abam and I'm the founder of Jewel. I would like to welcome all the 2021 AVI fellows. I would like to say that it is an exciting journey and you look back a year from now and see how much you and your business have grown. Once again, welcome to the AVI family.
What's up, guys? My name is Ebenezer Adotenkran. I'm the co-founder of Addition Online and the proud member of the 2020 AVI cohort. I would like to welcome the 2021 fellows. Guys, welcome. AVI is a place for a lot of unlearning and relearning. So please sit tight, brace up, and enjoy the party. It will be fun.
Hi, I'm Pap Derry and I'm the founder of Spades Laundry. Welcome 2021 AVI Fellows. I want to give you one hint, dive deep into the program.
Hi everyone, my name is Arkisha Misa-Arthur and I'm the Monitoring, Evaluation and Learning Manager for NEXTi2i. As you begin this year, remember to document your activities and measure your progress so that you can make the most of your year. The goal is to accelerate your business development as much as you can. Have a productive year.
Welcome cohort 2021 to AVI, our third cohort and largest cohort. We're excited for the year ahead.
Hi everyone, welcome to the NEXTi2i program. We're so glad to have you on board. My name's Kendra Leith and I'm the Associate Director for Research at MIT Lab. I have been working primarily on our lean research activities as part of this project. So it's great to have you here and good luck with your ventures.
Very heartwarming messages. And now to the moment we've all been waiting for. It's time for us to officially meet our 2021 cohort, our newest AVI cohort. All right, we'll see a video shortly introducing us to our newest cohort, who are going to learn amazing things over the next 1 year.
Hello, I am Mami Fiada Bendako, the owner of Kaleidoscope by Madod. So the company is a resin-focused company that makes aesthetically pleasing items made from resin. I grabbed the opportunity to provide my clients with beautiful resin items like jewelry, accessories, and interior decor items. All products are made by these hands. Thank you.
Hi, I'm David Yodole Idwamu, co-founder at StockShop.com. StockShop is a threefold solution that explores the problem space of small to medium-scale retailers in Ghana, investors looking for an alternative platform to shop and to invest, and for online shoppers who are active in Ghana. Essentially, StockShop is an empowering tool that gives retailers the opportunity to expand their business, investors to expand their wealth, and also for online shoppers to have convenience at the best.
My name is Matthew Nekudubu, the founder of Life Farm. Life Farm is an agribusiness that primarily focuses on grass cutter farming to provide high quality and healthy grass cutter meat to the Ghanaian market and across Africa. Life Farm is located in Bolgatanga in the Upper East region, and we hope to expand across Africa in the near future.
Hi, my name is Ishmael Foyabuaje, President, co-founder of the Friends organization. At Friends, we are committed towards bridging innovation and technological gaps amongst children and teens in Ghana through our coding program, The Code Edge, and our WABA STEM innovative comic books and animations. What makes our work worthwhile is that we are a conglomerate of sharp-witted youth who are committed towards raising the next generation of Ghanaian problem solvers at such early ages.
Hello, my name is Kanita Sharif Abdullah and my business is Zuri Shades. Zuri Shades provides affordable and fashionable eyewear for individuals in Africa and beyond. We seek to boost the confidence of individuals through eyewear and also create job opportunities.
My name is Manuela Sekchi and my business is Trade Up Market. Trade Up Market is an e-commerce business solution centered at connecting buyers and sellers of products and services on our platform. Our goal is to continuously innovate in the market in which we find ourselves in and to create job opportunities by monetizing people's skill sets on our platform.
Hi, my name is Samuel Asante and I'm the CEO of Kania. Over 632 million people in sub-Saharan Africa live without electricity and energy. Kania provides a safe, affordable and durable lighting solutions powered by OPV cell technology to provide light and life to these people using community approaches. Thank you.
Hello, I am Gifty Safako Efuwu. I currently run an online boutique called Surface Patterns. Surface Patterns provide affordable and elegant clothing for the young woman that wants to feel confident and beautiful. We do this by providing customized clothing, by using talented local seamstresses. We have the personal shopping option and we source other clothes.
Hi, I'm Wariana Guma, founder of Riri Bespoke. I'm sure most of us are familiar with stories of disappointing tailors, such as not delivering on their promised date or making a mess of your cloth. We seek to be that zero disappointment, bespoke and ready-to-wear tailoring brand for both men and women. We are also a social impact business as we contribute a percentage of our profits towards the making of school uniforms for students in the Northern region. So by patronizing from us, you are getting quality whilst contributing to a needy student in the Northern region.
Hi, my name is Naa Ashorkor, Miracle, CEO of Full Stock. It's very sad and frightening that within the next 5 years, Africa's import bill for food will hit $110 billion. For a continent that has 60% of arable lands, we have entered into a negative agricultural trade balance, which seems to be a disconnect for myself and my team. We need to reimagine how we do agriculture on the continent, and that's what we do as Full Stock. We are reimagining Africa's agricultural food systems with technological innovations in aggregation and finance. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Barnabas Sabogu and my business is Hoplax Engineering Solution. At Hoplax Engineering Solution, we offer services on engineering and construction work such as electrical installation and wiring, POP and tiling, solar and biodigester installation and plumbing works. We also intend setting up a TVET hub to train the youth and local artisans to meet international standards. Do work with us. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ms. Tiaoga and I'm the MD of Caraving Global. At Caraving Global, we produce 100% organic soap, which cleanses, conditions, and soothes your skin. At Caraving Global, we ensure your soul is at peace with your skin.
Hi, I'm Ritayanga Danso from Trisme. Trisme was founded to provide quality hair products with no harsh chemicals for the African woman, whether permed or natural. We seek to employ young females in this field to help boost their confidence in the cosmetic industry.
Hello everybody, my name is Oliver Mensah and I'm building Brightfield Academy. Brightfield Academy is a social venture which seeks to provide people of SEFI technical training skills so as to become software engineers and tech entrepreneurs. What we want to see is people using technology to build up their life and building business solutions. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Joseph Okwan and my business is Meat Empire. Meat Empire provides meat consumers quality and nutritious meat processed under safe and hygienic conditions. We seek to make meat consumption a stress-free and healthy experience for our customers, and to also create jobs in communities in which we operate. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ronald Tumare, and so I'm the founder of Cloth Mike, and this is both an online and offline platform that gives you the ability to swap, rent, and repurpose clothes that you least wear. And we are trying to achieve sustainable fashion by making sure that clothes have longer lifespans. So we are so glad to be part of the AVI. We look forward to this new journey. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ilona Boatin, the co-founder of Home-Based Mobile Foodstuff Market. Everyone has a need to eat. However, people do not enjoy shopping for foodstuff. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, there is a need to avoid crowded places like the market. This is why Home-Based exists. Home-Based is a mobile foodstuff market that moves from home to home and from office to office to sell foodstuff to people, to save them the time and the stress of going to traditional marketplaces.
Wow. A very, very warm welcome to all of our 18 fellows. AVI is so proud to welcome all 18 of you, receiving the torch and lighting the Olympic cauldron. And I was very excited watching you guys. I was smiling all through because of the passion in your voice and how keen you are on becoming successful even at the beginning of this program. Congratulations to all 18 of you. And this year is the last year, by the way, of the NEXTi2i Project, so to speak, as a pilot project, because from now, the pilot program is going to be run as a substantive incubator program by the university. So it's no longer run on pilot basis. It's going to be a substantive program run by the Ashesi University. And I think this is absolutely amazing. So to those of you just coming in, congratulations on receiving the torch and lighting the Olympic cauldron, so to speak. And to those of you going out, congrats on how far you've come and for all that you've done, and for the constant, should I call it, encouragement that you're giving to those coming in, and all that you said through the panel discussion, and even listening to your welcome messages. It was also warm and welcoming. Thank you all so much. We're just about wrapping up. We're just about saying goodbye. Thank you so much to all of you who logged on to listen and participate. We are deeply grateful. We're particularly grateful to our partners, USAID, our co-creators, the MITD Lab, and to Ashesi University for your continued support in helping make this program and this project a huge success. Thank you all so much. We would also like to announce these few things to all of us and hope that we share the word and spread the word so others will know. The 2020 Cohort Roadshow is happening, and it's happening in July. So please pay attention to the NEXTi2i social media platforms so that you get all the details that you need. And if you're curious about becoming a mentor for the AVI program, please send an email to Natasha. Her email address is n.son and then DADZIE@ashesi.edu.gh. And finally, the NEXTi2i Project will be disseminating its knowledge products in the month of August, which will consist of lessons learned, the ecosystem development insights, as well as lean research in Ghana and beyond. So for more information on this, please follow NEXTi2i on social media. All of the details are there. And if you need to ask further questions, do not hesitate to send Natasha an email. So Joel, with your permission, I would like to close today's event.
Yes. Thank you so much, Naa. This has been such an amazing experience. You have been a phenomenal host. I am so thankful for everyone that joined in today and stayed the whole time. I know that we sometimes experience our virtual fatigue, but you all stayed with us. Cohort 2021, we are so happy to have you. So happy. You all are amazing. You all have had such great energy so far. 2020, thank you for your continued work. It was amazing hearing your insights from the panel. I was so happy to hear how the program has helped you thus far. It's been a pleasure serving you, and also to our 2019 members who joined on. I'm just thankful that every time I check in with you all are still moving. I think it was Alyssa who dropped the key word for the year, resilience. And that was so heartwarming to hear, is that all of you have proven to be resilient, especially in times when things are so uncertain. But this is where innovation is sparked, and you all have really pushed forward, and I'm so thankful for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. For everyone online. Thank you for our mentors who are here as well online listening in. Thank you for our Ashesi team who's here online. Thank you for our AVI NEXTi2i team who's also on board listening in. And thank you to all of the guests, those who support our entrepreneurs. We're glad to have you here. So I wanted to quickly do something because I know we've all been online. Wherever you are, if you're on the road, you're in your car, you're at home, if you don't mind really quickly showing your face, I'd love to take a screenshot of our virtual experience. So if you don't mind going off camera so we can see you, I'm gonna change my spotlight so that we can see everyone, and we will close out with hopefully having everyone on camera so we can really feel like a family here. So hopefully you all can just quickly, go on camera. I know data's crazy. I know that everyone is working really hard to beat through the rain, but I see you all showcasing now. I see you, Pearl. I see you, Oliver. I see you, Angelina. Welcome, Robert, Joseph, Natasha, Emma, David, Comfort, Janet, Mercy, Gifty. I'm seeing you all, beautiful faces. Thank you so much for being here. This is amazing. I feel like family. Zoe, thanks for joining in. Hopefully you all can see one another. Let me change, make sure that we all can see as well. So loving it. Who else is coming online? Who am I seeing here? Am I missing anybody who popped in and I didn't see yet? Akin, thank you so much. Matthew, I see you're here. Grace, I also see that you're here as well. This is exciting. So, 1 second while I take a lovely picture of our group here online. If everyone can do either like a quick pose or smile for me or anything, that would be great. A kid is making a face like, Joe, I didn't come here to pose. But it's okay. So thank you, Tasha. Thank you. I love the peace sign. Quick pose, keep it up while an old lady figures out how to take a screenshot. I think I did it. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Oh, Lord, I done pressed something. Okay. Thank you so much. Naa, I'll pass it off to you just to say a warm goodbye. Thank you so much, Naa. I love your work as well. You're phenomenal. We're excited to have you. So, yes.
Well, thank you so much. And I was dying for that screenshot, so do share with all of us so we can share. And one more time, a very warm welcome to our 2021 cohort. We're going to be looking out for you and looking at what you're doing and supporting every way that we can. And congratulations to Ashesi University, to MIT Lab, USAID, and for everyone that supported this great project. Thank you. And let's continue to share and continue to network online. Until then, have a wonderful day, everybody. Enjoy the rain.
Thank you.